All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a quick 49er video. A lot of rumors out there that the 49ers may hire Brandon Staley as their defensive coordinator. Let's talk a little bit about Staley. And of course, we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Check them out in Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. And we're also brought to you by Sharp Corners Sports Cards and Collectibles. They're in Pacific Grove, California. Give Anthony Catania a call at 831-521-5264. We're also brought to you by valleyhillroofing.net, 209-481-6851. The website links are in the description for both of those sponsors, and thanks to them for sponsoring the Krug Show. All right, Brandon Staley to the 49ers. There's a lot of smoke around that information that could be a reality. Brandon Staley is a 41-year-old coach who, started his coaching career as a graduate assistant at Northern Illinois. Interesting guy. He beat cancer at the age of 24. He's married with 3 children. He's been coaching in the NFL really since 2017. He came into the league with the Bears as an assistant, also with Denver. And then he was the Chargers head coach in 2021 through 2023. He went 24-24 and 0-1 in the playoffs as the Chargers head coach. He was the Rams defensive coordinator in 2020 when they won it all. He was a former quarterback at the University of Dayton. And, he's been in the NFL, as I said, since the 2017 season. This year, he got off to a 5-9 start with the Chargers, and he got fired in the middle of December after they got destroyed by the Raiders and gave up 60-some-odd points in a game. Interesting hire if they go this direction. I mean, he's a young guy. He was obviously, he didn't have the goods to be a head coach. Kept going for it on 4th down repeatedly and to his team's detriment. And it just seemed like his team stopped playing for him. But he's thought to be a top-tier defensive coordinator. He obviously did a nice job with the Rams in their Super Bowl season, and he's got a lot of ability as a defensive coordinator, but he hasn't been able to transition to being a head coach in the NFL. So I'd rather see them go for a Bill Belichick or a somebody like that, a Vrabel, somebody who's got a little bit more success, but Brandon Staley definitely has good credentials as well. He's a guy that can adapt to the Niners scheme if need be, and I think that is probably pretty attractive. He's a younger man, so he's only 41. It's a high energy deal. I mean, you gotta work long hours, and it's not an easy deal. So. But that is the latest rumor, is that the 49ers are showing interest in Brandon Staley, and there's a number of people around the league that believe that he will wind up being their next defensive coordinator. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's just kind of in between. It's like, here's a guy that's had success as a defensive coordinator, so that's good. He's still a relatively young coach. That's good. But, man, I mean, if you watch the Chargers, they were absolutely a mess with some great talent on the defensive side of the ball. And their Raider game this year was like he had lost the room. So I'm a little concerned about that, to be honest. But Brandon Staley is the name that you're hearing right now, tied to the 49ers, and we'll see if it becomes a reality. Once again, 5-9 this year with the Chargers, 24-24 in the regular season as an NFL head coach, 0-1 in the playoffs, and a guy who's, has been the defensive coordinator on a very good Rams team in 2020. So maybe he could do it in San Francisco. It's an interesting name. He's definitely one of the guys out there that's, looking for work, who's not a head coach, probably too good to be a position coach. There is no more head coaching opportunities. So a guy like Staley to the Niners could make some sense. I don't know that I like it better than Wilkes. To me, it just seems like kind of a lateral move at best. But, Shanahan and Lynch are the ones who have to live with this, and we'll see if Staley winds up being the guy. All right, thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of The Krug Show. Thanks to all you guys for supporting The Krug Show on YouTube.